We just got our hands on a 2017 Nissan Titan here at Headlight Revolution, and we couldn't believe that in the back of this truck they had LED cargo lights, LED license plate lights, but they forgot the most important bulbs of all, the reverse lights and the parking lights and the turn signal lights. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how to upgrade those, what they look like compared to the stock bulbs, and what you can really get out of the world's brightest reverse lights available. So we've got our 17 Titan pulled in the shop right now. The first step is to drop the tailgate. We've got two 10mm bolts to take one of the taillights off. It's the same on both sides. One here and one here. With the bolts removed, you should be able to pull the taillight toward you. And these little clips here hold it into the side of the truck. If you pull it toward you and at the same time give it a little to the left, outward of the truck, pops right off. So on the back of this taillight, there's only a couple things we can actually service. We can only do the reverse light and the turn signal and parking light on the bottom here. This is already LED up top. So what we're going to start with is just unplugging all of this stuff. Let's go ahead and pull back on this locking tab and disconnect the top light. Turn your reverse light counterclockwise and pop it out. And you can just pull this little wire tab here off. And finally twist your parking light and remove it. Now we can set the taillight out of the way. We got a little room to work. So the first thing we're going to do is upgrade our turn signal and parking light. And for that we're going to be using the Armor Series bulb from GTR Lighting. Little side by side here, you can see that this is quite a different bulb compared to what you had in this truck when you bought it. And in just a little bit I'm going to show you just how much brighter this bulb is compared to the stock bulb in your truck. Clicks in like so. And this is where most cheap bulbs fail. They don't click in, and I can't tell you how many pictures we get from people saying, hey, I bought these bulbs on Amazon, these bulbs on eBay, and I drove around for 50 miles and one of them fell out. How do I get it out of my taillight? We don't have that problem with these bulbs. Now, in order to make this work properly, you're going to need to pull the lumen back, and we're going to have to install a resistor. And I'm going to give you guys the real quick play-by-play on how this all works. If you have any questions on setting up a resistor, wiring in a resistor, how to mount it, how to even test the turn signal wiring at all, we've got a 30-minute long video that shows you everything you could ever need to know when it comes to resistors. We'll post that in the description below. But basically what we need to do is, since we're installing an LED bulb in this truck, if we just popped the LED bulb in, buttoned it all up and called it a day, this truck's actually going to think that it has a bulb burned out. LEDs just draw so much less energy from the truck, and you'll get a fast blink. You've probably had it before when you had a bulb burned out, turn signal out. It's really annoying. You don't want to live with that. If you follow these instructions for the resistor wiring, you won't have that problem. GTR Lighting supplies everything you need to get these things installed. They give you two resistors. They give you screws to mount it, T-taps if you want to do that. We're going to solder it today. It's just a little bit better connection. Absolutely up to you how you want to take care of it. And we're going to be going to these outside wires here. So we've got a green with white and we've got a light blue. Strip this back. I've already tested these off camera. But essentially what I'm tapping into here is the ground for the light bulb and the turn signal wire itself. You want to take one wire from the resistor and attach it to your ground. Doesn't matter which goes to which, as long as one wire from the resistor goes to the ground on the light bulb. And the other wire on the resistor goes to your turn signal. It's really simple. You can do it with basic tools at home. If you don't have a soldering iron, you can use the T-taps provided. Now, when I can, I like to put the original loom back over the wire. While it may not look completely factory back here, it definitely looks a lot cleaner than just leaving the wiring exposed. The final step in installing the resistor is just mounting it to a solid metal surface in the vehicle. And in this taillight area, we've got plenty to choose from. I'm going to go directly above the wiring where it enters the bed of the truck here. Use the provided self-drilling screw and install it just like so. So now we can grab our tail light, and today for the reverse light we're going to be installing the 1000 lumen bulbs from GTR Lighting. These are the brightest reverse light bulbs on the market today, and in just a minute I'm going to show you what they look like compared to the reverse lights you got with this truck. You're going to almost feel ripped off, I think. These install just like so. You insert it, twist it into place. It's got a rubber grommet, and make sure if you peek in there you can see that the bulb is up and down. The LEDs are firing to the side. That's going to give you the best reverse light output. So if you do it just like that, you won't have any trouble. Go ahead and pull this old reverse light out. We won't be using that ever again. Grab your tail light, and we can start installing things again. As far as the reverse light goes, the installation is simply plugging this end into the reverse light socket. It's a nice and tight fit. It won't come apart. That's great. That's what we're looking for. Go ahead and plug your parking light and turn signal bulb in on the bottom here. Don't forget to put this little connector back on down here. It just keeps your wiring nice and tidy behind the tail light. Go ahead and plug your LED brake light back in. Don't forget to push in the little red tab too. And reinstall it the same way that it came out. So I'm going to run through the other side real quick, get that done, and we're going to point this thing against the wall, both stock and LED upgraded, and we're going to see just how much we've improved the rear of this truck. As you can tell, I really wasn't exaggerating. Those reverse lights are insane. Imagine if they would have had us do the brake lights. I mean, those factory brake lights are terrible compared to these new reverse lights. And if you want headlights that are equally as bright on the front of this thing, we've got a video for you too on our channel, Headlight Revolution. Be sure to check out our website, www.headlightrevolution.com. Thank you for watching.